let's get to the things that L does not care for. Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun, dun,
that's
dun, dun.
that's my intro music.
That intro music trash. That
That's
intro
like
music
remind
trash.
people of being at the track. But nobody from our generation goes to the track, so like
Nobody.
it's just like what we our rendition of it. Speaking of that, bro, how the fuck is track still open, man? Like, who is still supplying the
Ain't
tracks?
nobody still going to go to
Bro,
get
this shit is
fixed.
still open. They still living off the dollar Sundays, like the
Man.
dollar hot dogs, dollar beers.
Because they still gamble.
Bro, off some horses though. I can't do it. All right, man. So things I didn't care for this week. Damsel in distress syndrome. I damsel in distress syndrome is basically a woman, white woman, that usually when they enter the conversation, they come with a lot of emotion, a lot of pressure, a lot of direction. But when they realize that that shit ain't about to fly, immediately there is a switch that happens that switches them into, now I am going to shed tears. I am going to boo hoo because you're not listening to my feelings. And next thing you know, they are like the damsel in distress. If you think about King Kong and grabbing the woman and having her going around the city, and how much that wrestled up the entire city, how many police, how many helicopters, and how much resources they put into getting that woman back. That is how I feel every single time that happens in my presence. It's a breakdown every single time because everybody runs to the situation, and now they are like, "What did you do to that woman?" Don't have time for it. Next thing.
Next.
Next thing. Your politics. Drunk. I cannot stand it. I am. I'm in the middle of I'm in the middle of a entire. Shit. What do you want to call it? I'm in the middle of a legal situation right now, due to uh, people starting a racial war. I talked to Money about this.
Yeah.
But starting a
So
racial,
that's turning into something.
it's turning into something. But it's they started it, and it all started with individuals drinking in the middle of COVID without their masks in a courtyard, where everything was friendly at first. These are different cultures coming together, but everything was friendly until there was alcohol and alcohol. It was over alcohol and food, but once they started drinking, the topics changed over to some of the social political issues that are going on in the world right now. And somebody said the individual that is now coming at me is crying wolf, but it originally came from talking about those political views. Once that happened, it created a certain type of rage in the individual that is from our community. So a certain type of rage went into them, and then that's when it blew up, and now it's blown into some other thing. It's now going to be entered in with Jewish lawyers and NAACP, and it's just a large thing that originally started from political views while people were drinking. I don't have time for it. So, without getting too deep in that, I'll talk to y'all about off the mic on that one. But without getting too deep into that particular situation, don't be out here giving your political views, especially while y'all drinking. Y'all not gonna get to the bottom of it while y'all drunk. None of your statements are making sense. So don't think that once you start rambling in your drunken state, that all of a sudden you are like Money was talking about earlier, Louis Farrakhan. You are. That is not how those words are hitting to the people that are listening. You are not. You don't have full. You're not talking in full sentence structures. Nobody's catching any of that wave. So I would say just do not. I would say don't discuss politics with people that you are not familiar with initially. I think that y'all should be talking about some other topics before politics even come to the board, for you to really respect and understand where they're coming from, and then y'all can start talking about politics once y'all done got familiar with each other. But for sure don't do that shit over alcohol because nothing good comes from those conversations when you guys have started drinking. So that's those are the two things I have from this week that I don't care for.